So we're back. Hopefully you can see this. It might be a little bit quicker. And there's no lagging problems. It's still 1-0 to Rafa in the final of the ILMP 125. Infinity 125. And the game is still even, although Rafa has the table. And if you can get a good pot here, he just wobbles in and he's got an opportunity now to make a sizable break at least. Obviously the three reds near the black all clustered together will be a problem. He's going to have to try and work a way of dealing with that. He could do that by, I was going to say, could have just screwed back a little bit, and depending on whether the black will go into the middle, but if it goes into the top left or the northwestern pocket, then job's a good one, and he can move into the pack now. Oh, he's not really got the right pace on that collision he just made. And you can't really see the red into the bottom left or southwest pocket. So that's unlucky. So you're going to have to play safe here. End of break. Unless you're going to try and cut the red as a shot to nothing. See if you can maybe get a pot, but arrive safely in the eastern territory, the bulk area. And he did that, but he's a bit desperate there, I think. I think there's a bit of desperation there. A bit of frustration because he didn't get the, or take advantage of that great position he had. Not getting the right pace on the collision into the pack. And then end of break. So now he's left JMA with a chance. Let's see if he can show him how it's done in terms of positioning. He's got the red here. He's got an option for the black. He's decided to go up the table for some reason. He's on the blue, so makes sense to a point. And what this shot is pretty much genius shot, that one, actually. Off the eastern cushion, the right cushion into the pink, and opening that red. That's what you get with Jamie Anderson. You can get sublime shots. And it's great to watch. Unfortunately, he's not got a great position here. So end of break. He's looking at the plant, but very, very risky. And again, whether he takes his shot or not will determine what kind of a player and personality Jamie is. He went for it. You can't say he's not brave. Possibly you could say he's a little bit stupid in some shots, but you can't deny the role he has in providing good, entertaining snooker. And he's turned out quite lucky overall, given that he did try for that plant, which was a virtually impossible shot to make. So back onto safe mode now as we move into the end game. 2 balls left, 2 reds left on the table. Rafa Elhagen has 37 points, Jamie 42. Rafa leads 1-0 in frames, just needs this frame. So Jamie, again, just thinking about that plant he made, considering that he needs his frame. Very, very risky shot. If Rafa plays a cut on the red and the right cushion to try and bring the white round, it's quite difficult to judge the pace or the the thickness to hit the red, and he's not done it good enough, as Jamie has a good chance here on the red into the northwestern pocket, top left. He's taking his time. Maybe now the concentration is set in, or the realization about where the match is, and he's judging his shots, pacing himself. Again, this is relatively slow play by Jamie, and he's left the red, so a little bit of pressure there on Jamie, I think. Rafat now. My apologies. I was looking at who was playing the shots, so which can happen sometimes. So it is Jamie on the table. Lost my bearings there. So Jamie on the table, 48 points to 38, 50 points to 38 now. Has the green. Just a soft shot here. He's hit a bit too hard for my liking, and he's not even potted the green. He would have snooked himself on the brown there. Rafat on the table. He has a chance now to finish the match. All the balls are in nice positions. It's just this green he needs to make sure he gets it right, and he hasn't. So Jamie's back on the table. Can he finish this frame off? A bad position on the brown, in my humble opinion, but it is potable. Screw back onto the right cushion as he's done. Pot goes in nicely on the blue. Now you can play off the left cushion and back down towards the pink. Slightly gone awry there to the left. Rafat says good game, and it is good game. 11 point negative. So barring a foul here, Jamie will take the final into decider. And he does, so Jamie wins the frame 1-1. So this is the final frame, the decider for ILMP 125. Jamie Anderson breaks off. White ball is way past the bulk area, so it's not a great break off by Jamie. Gives Rafat a chance. Ooh, wobbles on the ball. On the pocket, sorry. Jamie. Ooh. Jamie's kind of double kissed and stunned that red. So two curious shots at the beginning of this deciding frame by both players. Rafat has the first pot, as nicely on the black. Needs to hit it pretty hard here with a lot of stun to go into the pack. You'll automatically be on the red that's loose. Maybe a 50% pace here with the Q-tip just below the center spot. That's just about right. Didn't decide to go into the pack, decided to get this loose one first, but he needs position on the black or a colour to go into the pack or its end of break. So Jamie Anderson will be sipping his water. A slide talk here and there. Getting ready to come back to the table, I think, after this shot. The pink is not on. There's no position really to go into the red, so it's almost certainly going to be a snooker here or a pot on a colour and then a safety. They actually tried to pot the blue and screw into the pack, which was a possibility, but it would have been difficult to get real pace on that. But it's not turned out okay. There's no damage done. Jamie's back on the table now, player safety. So the key here is who can have the patience, who can play the right shot at the right time. Yes, there'll be basic cliched shots that one does and which the table is suggesting you take, and they should be done to the level they should be, like typical safety shots. In order to create a chance. So this is what's happening now. There's a safety battle. Plant attempt possibly here by Jamie. And a sort of screw back as a shot to nothing, but it's not worked out. So Jamie's lost that safety battle and Rafat has won it and has the table. So Rafat has the steering wheel, so to speak. What can he do with it? He has, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 13 reds to play with. Plenty of points on the table. There's the blue to work with. Black and pink are not in great position, especially the pink. But just a little screw here to give him position on the red, nearest his name, on the bottom left-hand cushion. Perfect. Now he just wants to maybe keep the white where the red is. So an exchange of positions from the red to the white, with the red going into the pocket, of course. So he's on the black. Of course, he could play quite a wild shot and see where the white takes him down the bulk area. An almost certain opportunity on a colour. But he does it the way I suggested, which is very wise. Now he just needs to clip it very softly, probably 11 pace here. The pot is difficult. He either wants to be before or after the black intercepting the view of the white, and fortunately he's done it, and that's a great shot. So Rafat's aware now. He's an aware player. He knows what shots to make, how to make them, and this is why there's no one really flying away with this Infinity League Championship. There have been the highest number of times a player has won on the trot is 4, and that was done by Jamie Anderson and Rafat. They've both done it on different occasions, obviously. Wayne Kent has 3. He claims he's had 4, but that's not been confirmed yet on the database, which is still being checked. A new formula will will be put forward as soon as the whole of the matches played in 2007 have been archived, and that's currently at the 60% finished stage. So it's a laborious process, but hopefully it will be done in the next month or so, ready for the latter stages of the season, so players can concentrate their end of season final charge and campaign for both ILMP and for the FFC season, of course. So another safety battle here. Rafat 24 points in front. So he has the slight advantage here, the slight mental hierarchy. But Jamie's not the kind of player that will let that bother him. Has the tools, the ammunition to pull things out of the bag, and is a good safety player when he wants to be. That was a great shot there by Rafa, and a returning shot by Jamie to pot it. And that's what I was talking about. Making it look very easy, a shot like that off the cushion. A very wide margin between object ball and cue ball, but pots it with aplomb. And now, or was that Rafa? See again, this is getting quite frustrating. Oh, sorry, he missed the pink. So yeah, so this, yes, Jamie did make that shot, missed the colour, and now Rafat's on the table. So again, if you're talking about Jamie, we can make shots like that, and sometimes when any player makes a shot, you know, an extravagant shot, a very difficult shot, it is a difficult shot because it's unexpected, and so is the position of the white afterwards. So anyway, back to the game. 24 points the difference. Rafa on the table now. Very competitive player. Trying his best to make the best shots. Possible. Doesn't always take risks. I would say between both players, Jamie's more likely to take a risk on whatever shot's there. Rafa is a more measured player. Takes his time on his shots. It does have, obviously, a slow connection. But he seems to have got used to it, and does like to make sure he's getting the shot right. It's all part of the process for a player. I've spoken to slower players and fast players, and the kind of routine they go through when they're taking their shot. Looking at assessing the table, shot is, and then going for the one they've decided. It's all part of a routine, a process. Some players just like to get down and just shoot. If they can do that, then that's fine. But every player is different. Some players play fast on more easy shots or routine shots, and then they bring it down a level when it gets to a critical part of a match or frame, as Rafael Gagan continues a 17 break at the moment, needs red here. Nothing on, it seems. He's checking if it'll red in the cluster there will go into the top middle, which it doesn't look like it will, so he's trying for a safety here. Maybe a bit worried about leaving a long red on, but he's gone for the bulk area as his destination for the cue ball, and I think maybe he might have been worried about leaving two reds, which he has done, and Jamie's not took advantage of that. He's missed it. So Rafat on the table again. Has a good chance here. Two reds on. He's got to decide how he's going to do this now. Just needs probably another 30 points. And that's a bad shot, I have to say. He's overrun the white. He probably wanted to be on the blue there. It's a much more difficult shot. He's got a long blue here. He doesn't really need to do anything with the position. It will automatically be on for that red. So maybe he's not in too much trouble here in terms of keeping this break going. There's a relatively long red here, but he needs to make sure he's got position. Either play the same shot on the blue again from this red, or try and screw into the bulk area. He decided to repeat his previous shot on the blue. Long red into the bottom right. Now he's not got any reds that are glaringly obviously his next shot. He's going to have to get that white back down into the cluster or around them. So it's going to be either a screw or a lot of top. It's a screw. He gets the pot right. And look at that. That's a beautiful shot. To be fair, that is a good shot. He's got the right pace on that screw to be perfect on the loose red to the left of that cluster. And now he can move towards the bottom left-hand cushion here for the pink. If he can get the pot, of course. And he ignored my advice and decided to play it quite hard. Whether or not he wanted to go into the pack is difficult to say, but if he did, that was quite a good choice to do, providing he had a colour. That was the risk. Because now if he misses this blue, he could potentially open it to Jamie. But he's played it in a way where it's not as bad as he would. So Jamie back on the table. Needs a snooker. So desperate times now for Jamie. Ultra concentration. And that shot, he tried the pot. So maybe he's not that concerned. Or maybe he's accepted defeat. As Rafat goes into 10 plus negative, so He just needs to touch the blue, and he will win the frame. So Rafa Alhagen pots the blue and wins the ILMP 125, stopping Jamie from getting a triple lock and winning 3 on the trot. And Rafat returns to winning ways. And I think this is his 26th win, Rafat. And there you go, misses the red, but no danger. Rafa Alhagen wins the ILMP 125. Anderson. Alan Lockett was third in the semi-final, and Wayne Kent was the lowest player. And he will get the lowest points. Thank you for watching. Good night.